What do we call this bullshit? So if anyone else you out there has seen this kind of stuff, this complete bullshit. So apparently this girl here tells us that my father died last night, a week after my mother. Of course, if I go on there, I will get attacked by everybody to say what the truth is. Look what the truth is. Her normal post gets 10 comments. Her normal thing gets 8 retweets. It gets 131. But look at them. What skills do you bring to a post-apocalyptic wasteland? Probably just a propaganda account, right? Look what she was doing just a week after her dad died. Well, in the same week her dad died. She was still being addicted to Twitter. So you've sat on there and you're still getting, I think we don't need any more taxes for the rich. She's obviously gone through everything she can think of. She's some more Trump hate here, whatever. Just bullshit. How Congress acts. So she's just getting right into your politics here. Of course, that's what you just do when you've lost both parents, don't you? You're so busy organising their funeral, you just wonder where you'd put your, next tweet. You know, unbelievable. But what is believable, and I say, the whole, it's just disgusting what level these people will stoop to get support. It reminds me, one time, I was on a bus, I was in New Zealand, right? And a young idiot girl I can't even remember why I was on there. It was on some bus. I was coming from a town called Hastings in New Zealand. And on this bus, it was filled with a bunch of kids. It was an LDS kind of thing, Latter-day Saints. Come on, dog. Come on. A Latter-day Saints thing. And I can't remember where they were going, but they were all on the bus there, and some of the kids were talking to me. I was only about 20 myself. They were probably about 16, 17. And this one young girl, I could tell she was just full of shit. She was just talking bullshit to her friends. And she said, no, she was talking about drugs, and she said that I know what it's like, blah, 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 because I was with this guy, and he was a drug addict, and blah, 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 and then we were just taking this stuff every day, and blah, 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 and, just taking, I said, what, you were taking cocaine every day? Okay, describe it to me. Oh, I don't know, it just made me feel like blah, 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 this and that, and I'm just trying to remember if she was a Kiwi or American, because I don't know what I've got in my mind. But it doesn't matter, it's not relevant. But it probably would be American, actually, probably visiting, because they've got a lot of links between Utah and these Hastings Latter-day Saints crew. So, all right, there you go. So, what ends up happening... Oh, come on, leave me alone. So what ends up happening is she says that... it was, I just felt like I was flying and this and that. Basically, she described nothing that cocaine's like at all, right? And I told her that straight in front of her friends, because I thought she needs to be shamed, because she had been busy telling them a story, all these kids, and they're all, let's say 16, 17 years old. And she got them all sucked in with her non-experience and her, hey, everyone look at me, attention-seeking, basically a thought, attention whore, right? So I had to just make a complete clown out in front of her friends, just so she didn't okay, I was being an asshole. But I think it's important to be an asshole to people like that, who will lie through their fucking teeth, and they'll fish for pity. They're pity me type folk. I had actually not that long before I'd broken up with a girl who was just one of her. Even her mother said she was talking about personality types. Her mum, she's into all this, like tarot and all that sort of stuff, and she was saying about 4 types of people, and one of them was a pity me type. I don't know what book it came from, but. She's the one that put me onto The Secret and all that sort of stuff years ago. Anyway, well, this woman here in this absolute fictional post, and I'm saying this is like, I must have seen the same kind of post, like this. My parents have died, both my father and mother. Yeah, well done, thanks a lot, Trump. And now my brother's died and my sister's died. Because statistically, if it's a you got to not just look at the death rate. Let's say the death rate is less than 1%, right? That's the death rate of the infected. The death rate in all society is nowhere near that. So if you're saying that you've got a father and a brother, and even just 2 parents die of it, you're lying. You go out and buy a lottery ticket. Fuck, because you're you're mixing unlikely with even more unlikely and multiplying it to the square, you're cubing it, you know what I mean? Anyway, I just wanted to say that one. If you've got anyone else seen that out there, just let me know. But I know this is at least, I need to start making screenshots of them all now, but that's at least 4 or 5 times I've seen this now. So they again, that's unlikely for one person. Me happening to have read that 4 or 5 times is even more unlikely that it just comes into my feed. So yeah, just let me know if you happen to see anything like that. Take screenshots of them, and let's kind of expose this bullshit, because it's so disgusting, and it shows that people will stoop to any level to make their point, stoop to any lie to make their point, which would be, it kind of makes sense now why when you argue with people, mostly on the left, but also on the right, when they have a certain belief and you show them evidence in front of their face, it's the dismissiveness of that evidence, because they've already decided what they want, the narrative that they want to be pushing. They've already decided what they want to say. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters what their feelings are. And their feelings are that they're right. Their feelings are that the person they're vilifying is the enemy and they must be wrong. So I'm going to make that true. You ask most Biden fans, when you actually corner them on the issue and talk about how bad Biden actually is, and okay, you know about him, tell me about his policies of the last 10 years. Tell me about some of the main things he's done over the last 47 years. They cannot tell you because they don't fucking know. They're usually politically illiterate people. And then you ask them and tell them what Kamala Harris has done since she got in Congress in 2003. They don't know either, because she was a nobody. They picked her from obscurity because of the color of her skin and the fact that she's extremely corrupt. End of story. They blocked Tulsi Gabbard because she could make a difference, and she might be able to make a difference if politics wasn't so fake, and that she would become too popular, and that's why the media blocked her, and she only gets shown on Fox News. So this kind of shit here is just more testament to that kind of personality. As I say, mostly on the left at this stage in our history, right? Yeah, they'll fabricate. Oh, sorry. The end of that story was that when you corner those people on logic and facts, you start pulling up sound bites that are from a previous era that basically prove that Joe Biden is a rapist, or at least is a light rapist. You end up getting the answer that is, well, at least he's better than Trump. So what you're saying is you agree with all those things. So really what you're saying is, and having looked at the evidence that he's not actually a racist as you make out, that narrative only started up when he got in power, when he started to get near getting in power. So what you really mean is everything you're saying is a lie, and what you're doing is just looking for reasons to get him out, you know. Anyway, it is really, really horrible, and this is why I back up the whole Trump situation, not because I think that he's the best leader in the world, or he's the best person in the world, or that he's fundamentally any different, what it really comes down to, because he's from an oligarchical kind of family. But it's just for the simple fact is what's happened is wrong, and what's happened is going to create, well, it's going to lead to civil war, it looks like it. And it's already led to destruction of trust in everything, the system, which isn't a bad thing, because the reality is that's people just waking up to the reality that's always been there. Trump and Biden didn't cause this. Kamala Harris, when she gets in power, that's if Trump doesn't, it will pull us back. She will get in power fairly soon. It won't be her fault either. As disgusting, a horrible human being as she is, it won't be her fault. She'll just be the next puppet in line, and that's what people need to understand. That the system has always been inherently evil. And people like this Blixa G account is probably only a few months old. Let's just see how old the account is here. Does it not show yet? I'm not really a Twitter user. I don't think I have no idea how to get onto their what you may call it. Oh, there you go. 1 second, it tells you joined April. Oh, okay, no, it's a fairly old account. Oh, okay. Well, it's an old propaganda account, because that's complete bullshit. Your dad did not die. Your mum did not die, because you would not be acting like this if they did. All right, cheers, bye.